One of the greatest problems we have is finding ways to distinguish Christian theology from non-Christian theology. Sometimes the differences aren't hard to see, but many times it's extremely difficult to separate Christian theology from other theologies. When we consider Christianity alongside other major religions of the world, there are a number of theologies that are easily distinguished from Christian beliefs. For example, although some people have tried to combine Christianity and Hinduism, the polytheism of Hinduism makes it very different from Christian faith. The worship of many gods rather than the worship of one God makes it hard to confuse the two. Islam, on the other hand, is much closer to Christianity. Like Christianity, Islam traces its heritage back to Abraham, and more than this, the Prophet of Islam interacted with Christian teachings as he and his followers composed the Quran. So, there are a number of similarities between Christianity and Islam. Still, for the most part, we don't have great difficulty distinguishing Islam from Christian faith because there are pronounced and fundamental differences between them. For instance, Christianity affirms the deity and supremacy of Christ, in contrast to Islam's denial of these truths. And what about Judaism? Judaism is even more closely connected and similar to Christianity, because Christianity grew out of Judaism. Nevertheless, because Judaism denies that Jesus is the Messiah, the Christ, very few people confuse it with Christian faith. The theological perspectives of these and other major world religions are so different from Christian theology that most people have little difficulty separating them. We can erect fairly solid boundaries between our theology and theirs.
Well, what distinguishes Christianity from Judaism and Islam in terms of theology, of course, is about the person of Christ. The focus, all religions are about some sort of faith, belief. Those other religions, of course, Judaism and Islam, are about a belief in God here, just as we have in Christianity. And the story, I think, that's different for us growing out of Judaism is that God keeps his promises. Christ in Christianity becomes the fulfillment of all of those previous promises. He becomes the fulfillment of that Messiah who does, in fact, save people from their sins here. He becomes that person who does, in fact, not just give his life as a martyr, but someone who actually provides a way for us to be redeemed, to be justified, to be forgiven.